If you are black, when you just go outside to the damn grocery store, the way that people look at you as if you've got 17 heads, 6 arms, and somehow you're just levitating. I've never felt so uncomfortable in my life.
2 months traveling in Argentina, and this will be my raw, unfiltered take of my experience as a black.
Argentina got rid of its black population.
Whenever you tell somebody that Argentina is racist, they say, oh, don't bring politics into football. This is not simply politics. That country hates you. All the brown or black people who celebrated Argentina's win today, go try and do that in Argentina. What do you think will happen to you?
So black people are reacting to what is really like being black in Argentina, from culture and identity to everyday experiences. Their reactions are getting people talking. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more reactions.
I hate to say this, but the stuff they say about Argentina is true. I studied abroad in Argentina before you come at me. I had a scholarship to go to school, and a university in Buenos Aires had an exchange program with my college, so that's why I went there. If you are black, especially of a richly melanated complexion, being in Argentina makes you feel like you are in a damn zoo. I have been speaking Spanish since I was little. Cuando yo llegué a Argentina, yo ya hablaba español. Entonces no era una cuestión del idioma. But when you just go outside to the damn grocery store, the way that people look at you as if you've got 17 heads, 6 arms, and somehow you're just levitating. I've never felt so uncomfortable in my life than the 6 months I spent in Argentina. Even just in public spaces, like you hear all the time of black folks going to China, going to, Japan, and every once in a while, someone wants to take a picture of you because they say that you look like insert any black person. But in Argentina, cops were taking pictures of me. Random people were talking to me and stroking my skin without asking. And already as black folks, like you can tell when the fingers are creeping to like when someone wants to touch your hair. But in Argentina, like if I was at a bar or at a club, people would literally just brush their hand across the back of your neck, which just makes you want to evaporate and escape. And the Argentine history about how they strategically eliminated their black population, yet they share a border with the blackest nations in the world, which is Brazil. It is so clear during the World Cup that in a Latin American nation where most of the national teams have black folks, Argentina has nary a Negro. Argentina is not for the weak. I think for white folks, Argentina is great. Y'all can go to Argentina and love it. But if you are black, you should go anywhere else in the world. While I'm still in touch with some of the friends I made from my study abroad program who were Argentine and weren't racist, I cannot understand or think of a circumstance where I'd want to go back to Argentina, ever.
I just finished up 2 months traveling in Argentina, and this will be my raw, unfiltered take of my experience as a black man. But slow down, it might not be what you think. Now, admittedly, when I was first coming into Argentina, I had seen the narrative that Argentina is a racist country, so I came in a little bit on edge about what I was expecting, how people to behave, and that did leave me a little closed off in the beginning. But that's the thing though, because the overwhelming majority was completely positive. People were super friendly, super welcoming. I actually had a really good time. I really enjoyed the culture. I really enjoyed the food, the asado, the nature, the passion, the sazon, the people. I even enjoyed the way they talk. They're actually pretty friendly and playful people. I found the narrative that I had in my head constantly being challenged because even on their $10,000 bill, they had this national hero who was a black woman. And I did some research, I forget the name, but she actually fought in the war for independence and she was a captain and they celebrate her. But where it gets complicated for me is in real life, I'm having this overwhelmingly positive experience. But then when I go online, I see all these videos of Argentinian players having racist chants after winning the 2022 World Cup, which personally kind of hurt because I was rooting for Argentina in that World Cup because I'm a Messi fan. So now it's I have this point of tension where I'm how are the two true? Could it be that they're just being super friendly to my face, but behind closed doors, they have nastier behaviors? I can't speak to that because I can only talk on what I experienced. The one conclusion I came to after meeting Argentinians both in Argentina and outside of Argentina is, look, every country has good and bad people and you can't label an entire population. So now I leave the country with a much more complex view of the situation because a lot of times what you'll find is the truth lies between the narrative you might see online and what you actually experience in reality.
Argentina got rid of its black population. Are you getting that from a book or Twitter? During Argentina's War of Independence, thousands of black men fought in the army, and they were promised their freedom in exchange of military service. Then came decades of civil wars, followed by the War of the Triple Alliance, which claimed the lives of men of fighting age. On top of that, epidemics like the yellow fever and cholera devastated the poorest neighborhoods where many Afro-Argentines lived because of unequal living conditions. In 1813, Argentina passed the Freedom of Wombs Law, meaning that children that were born to enslaved women were legally free. By 1853, Argentina officially abolished slavery, meaning that anyone who came to the country as an enslaved person was legally free. So did Black Argentines disappear? No, that's a lie. Over the time, Afro-Argentines increasingly married people from different backgrounds. They were no longer considered as a different racial category, so they became more integrated to society. Also, massive European immigration changed the country's overall demographics, reducing the percentage of Afro-descendants in Argentina, not eliminating them. Today, according to Argentina's 22 national census, more than 300,000 Argentines identify as Afro-descendants, meaning that a lot of people is Black and they don't even know. Please, let's stop comparing how Black people look like in the US versus Argentina, because let's remember that the US had like 100 years more of segregation where they had to use different bathrooms, different school, different public transportation, and in Argentina that never existed. So it was easier for Black people to integrate into society, and that's why everyone just got mixed.
Whenever you tell somebody that Argentina is racist, they say, oh, don't bring politics into football. This is not simply politics. That country hates you. All the brown or black people who celebrated Argentina's win today, go try and do that in Argentina. What do you think will happen to you? Do you not feel a bit of shame that you're supporting a country that hates you? And it's not like the players are innocent. After they won Copa America, all the players got in their bus and they sung a racist song about the French national team, singing his mom is from Cameroon, but he has a French citizenship, making fun of them because they're black, but they play in France. We just saw a Paraguayan senator say the same thing about Kylian Mbappe, and everybody gave her backlash for it, rightfully so. But when a whole national team does it, we're supposed to turn a blind eye? We're supposed to not bring politics into football? And we saw videos today from the stadium of Argentina fans throwing beer on the Muslim fans. Alcohol is forbidden in Islam, by the way, and they threw beer on Muslims after scoring a goal against their country. And we even saw fans in the stadium holding a different blue and white flag, but not their own. If you know, you know. And we know that their best player also flew to that blue and white country and bowed to that wall. And he was chilling with the big Yahoo. You can call it a peace tour all you want, but where's the peace in that? Where's the peace in chilling with that guy and going to that wall? Someone please explain it to me. The dots aren't connecting. Today I saw many Africans, Arabs, Muslims who were cheering for Argentina over Egypt. Do you not have any shame? These guys are our brothers. Not only that, they lifted the Palestinian flag after their last win. And instead of supporting them, you were supporting a racist country where if you walked in the streets, you'd probably be spit on. Bro, have some shame.
3 things that you should expect if you're a black person coming to Argentina. Now, the first one is that you should expect them to stare. I know that in Buenos Aires, they're probably used to seeing black persons, but in some other parts, like the smaller towns and cities, they're not used to seeing black persons, so they might stare. But it's not out of like, they're looking like, oh, who is this? They're looking more out of curiosity. The second thing is that you should expect them to ask you questions, because they're automatically going to assume that you're not from here, so you're going to want to know where you're from and what are you doing in Argentina if you're visiting or if you're living here. And if you're lucky, they might ask you to take a photo with them. You know how many pics of me are going around Argentina that I don't even know, that I don't even remember? Like, so many pictures. Oh, I'm so messed up. But anyways, yeah.